Hello everyone, it's Lel, and today we're going to talk about episode 25 from Hirogaru's PreCure. I'm sorry my voice is a little weird today, bear with me, because this episode was lovely. We had Cure Bloom appearing at the end, our amazing leader from another amazing season, Splash Star. I love Splash Star. I was very happy to see her. I cannot wait to see her in Otona PreCure later this year. As an adult though, but still very exciting. But let's talk about episode 25. We've had our share of very intense episodes. And even though we didn't have an episode last week, episode 24, I still feel like it was very emotionally heavy. And I feel like right now we're going to enter an era of Hirogaru Sky that is going to be a little bit lighter. And the stakes won't be that high anymore. So we have a new villain, and we're probably also entering the L era. So last week we learned that L is the child of destiny, and she is destined to save Skyland in the future. So they come back to Soroshido City, and now they have to protect L. And we have lots of very funny situations of the girls very worried about the fact that she's a child of destiny. Like Mashiro thinking about the things she has to eat since she is this big folkloric figure. She has to eat luxurious food. And, like Sora thinks that she has to dress as a princess and things like that. Tsubasa thinking of ways to protect her. Like, it was so funny, and it's also so in character for them. They're children. So, they go all the way with their thoughts. And Ageha, on the other hand, even though she's a young adult, she is the adult of the group. And so I feel like this episode really shows the difference of having an adult in the group, having this particular point of view inside the group. So they go to the zoo, they meet Soroshidosaurus, I think that was the name. I love this name. I love dinosaurs. Dinosaur PreCure 2024, is it true? I love it. I'm obviously not, but just joking. So they go to the zoo, and one very interesting thing about this first moment of the episode is when Ageha is brought into the conversation, she's like, we have to do nothing with Elle. Elle is a child of destiny, but we just have to keep on treating her like we always did. And, it's an adult approach to everything. They've been taking care of Elle since the start of Hirogaru Sky. Everything's been working fine. And we see the development of Elle not only as a magical being, but also as a little baby. She learned how to walk. Now she's learning how to talk. Obviously, way faster than an actual human, but she is developing, and the girls are helping her. The girls are motivating her to do so. And, well, that is working fine. So they go to the zoo, they meet the animals, and they notice that Elle can communicate with them. There was a very funny scene of Elle, calling the names of the animals, and they all run to her and they all salute her. Is she like an animal enchanter or something? Girl, that was cool, actually. Like, okay, she's the child of destiny. She has the power to give power to people. Like, she transformed people into PreCure. That is a huge thing. And now we learn that she has other powers too. Like, this is an iconic ability. This is an iconic ability. We have to acknowledge that. That was very cool. And apart from that, we also see other cute scenes of Elle with animals, and also the sky land version of the animals as well. They're all blue. They're all blue with white because they're in the sky. That was the logic behind Tsubasa's words. And one thing about this portion of this episode is that I feel like it was very educational. Sora never saw those animals. So she was asking, which animal is this? What is that? This animal, this horse, what happened to their neck? Why is it elongated like that? And then Tsubasa would explain what that animal was. Why is it like that? why do lions like to sleep during the day and things like that. So I feel like it felt very educational for children who maybe have never seen those animals before. This might be their first contact with certain species. And, you know, for me, for specific audiences that might not resonate well, but I can understand it resonating very well for the target audience of PreCure. That was a cute scene. And, you know, I feel like they always think things through very nicely. Sora was always very focused on being a hero, so her studies were always training and such, while Tsubasa likes to study, likes to read books, likes to learn things, more specifically about flying. But you know, since he is someone who studies a lot, who reads a lot, he knows things about lots of different species of animals. So they think which character would be the best one to introduce that to children that would make sense with their personalities. So I love this type of thing with PreCure. Like, the writing is so well done and so well thought. Absolutely love it. And so they start noticing that Elle is able to talk to animals. Mashiro mentions it, and then the girls start talking about Elle being the child of destiny and the possibilities of Elle growing with new powers. And they start mentioning the type of powers, like Wing or Tsubasa talks about Elle being able to fly, or Sora talks about Elle being very strong, and Ageha with Elle with the eye beams. Oh my god, that was so cool. I love that. But at the end of the day, they start worrying again about the fact that Elle is the child of destiny. So they have to take extra care of her. They have to be extra careful. She's not a regular child. She is someone special. And then when they're showing their dramas and their worries, Ageha is there again to bring them to earth, to bring them down to the ground and say, well, I don't know what we should do to take care of her specifically. But that's what happens to any parent, not only with the parents of the child of destiny, which is Elle's case, but every parent has doubts on how to raise their children. How to raise them is something that will always cause worries to the parents, no matter their age, no matter who they are. It's always worrisome. It's always something that will take an extra energy out of them. And I love it because it's Ageha bringing in the adult perspective that the others in the group don't have. And I really love this episode for this, because we see Ageha and how different she is because she is a little older than the rest. She is able to have this different perspective, and also the whole narrative just talking about parenting in general, you know, in the eyes of the parents, without actually having, you know, a parent talking about that. But, you know, we, the audience, can understand the argument just listening to it. Love it. And then we get to see the new villain. The new villain is training, and he is called Minotaur. Very interesting one. He feels like a callback to Kintoleski from Splash Star. And it's interesting because we saw Bloom at the end. Cure Bloom, the leader of Splash Star, the lead of Splash Star. And this new villain was there training, and when he was very strong, he felt he was ready to go against the Cures. One thing for us to notice is that we don't know what happened to Batamonda. Batamonda lost to them in episode 23. He was terrified, and he hasn't come back as a villain. We don't see him attacking anymore, but the episode did not show us what happened to him. I feel like I do understand the narrative choice of not including the Underg Empire into the narrative. And I don't feel like so far it's been a problem, but I do wish that we could see more of them right now. But let's focus on Minotaur. Minotaur was ready to attack, and the animals noticed he was ready. Because of this, the girls and Tsubasa noticed that something was wrong. They left the zoo, they went to the entrance, and Minotaur was there. We had a very funny scene when he introduced himself to the girls, and Mashiro was like, "Oh, are you Kabaton's something, I don't remember, brother or something. I don't remember what she said, but like family. And he was very angry. He felt very offended with that. Oh my god. And he started criticizing Kabaton. Minaton, I already hate you because I love Kabaton. No, I'm joking. Minaton is amazing and he's so handsome. Oh my god, another handsome villain. I am in paradise in Hirogaru Sky PreCure. First Kabaton and now Minaton. Girl, I think I have a type. But he told the girls that he is a warrior. He is the strongest in Underdark Empire. I wonder if he's serious. He probably is, judging by his looks. I mean, at least physically, he might be the strongest. And he was ready to test the strength of the girls. He wanted good adversaries, strong adversaries, and he knows that the PreCures are strong. And so that's what he does. So the fight starts and he creates the best Renborg of the season so far. A dinosaur, and it's green. So next season, we're going to have a dinosaur-themed PreCure and a green cure too. Girl, I'm going to be in heaven. But the fight started, and since it's a Tyrannosaurus Rex, like it's based on a Tyrannosaurus Rex, Tsubasa or Kirwing sees in the mirror pad that they have very strong jaws. So their mouth is like super dangerous and powerful. It can eat anything. And it eats Prism's powers, Butterfly shields, and everything else. Like they cannot do anything. And I also like the fact that Wing is using the mirror pad because, well, it's his now. It's his mirror pad now. And he's using it to gather knowledge and to use it in battle. How cool was that? So we had some moments in the battle, the girls trying to do things. They were all very scared, but the Landborg was so cute. It was so adorable. I can't. It was adorable. But the animals, being very scared of what was going on, ended up escaping, and Elle had to jump in and save the little rabbit that she was trying to feed earlier. And at that moment, she was inspired by Sora in the first episode. She sacrificed herself just like Sora did to protect Elle, Mashiro, and her notebook in the first episode of Hirogaru Sky. Nice callback. And the girls tried to protect her, but the Landborg attacked. But the one who ended up protecting her was Minaton. Minaton himself wanted to protect Elle and did not let the Landborg attack her. And here's one thing I absolutely love about him, and which makes him Kintoleski 2.0, Kintoleski from Splash Star, which is he is an honest villain. And I don't know, he's an antagonist, not really a villain. He has to defeat the Cures to capture Elle, but he won't use dirty methods to do so. He is an honored type of warrior. So he wants an honest battle against the Cures. He wants to win against them in an honest battle. And then he will get Elle after defeating them in a fair battle. Shokyu Shobu, Cure March, where are you? So I like this aspect, especially after the two villains of the season. Kabaton had great plans and he was always trying to up himself against the Cures. Batamonda, even worse. Batamonda has even dirtier methods. And now we have one that will fight fair and square against them. I feel like this will create nice situations in which the Cures are going to be able to show their powers in the strongest ways possible. So, like, in this episode, after that, they kept on fighting the Landborg in a fair fight. And Butterfly, rounded the Landborg with shields and used a power-up on Sky. And Sky was able to get the tail, do a little throw, and they finished with Titanic Rainbow. Very simple battle. And I hope that, which probably won't be the case, Minaton talks about himself a lot being the strongest and all. I really hope that we are going to see him battling. You know, not only him creating Landborgs to battle. Because, I mean, the Landborgs kind of mimic their powers and they're strong because the ones who summoned them are strong. But I do want to see Minotaur fighting, using the Landborgs, not using the Landborgs. I want to see him fighting by himself. We saw Kabaton do that. We didn't see Batamonda do that. But I do want to see Minotaur do that. I hope we will, and we probably will, but only in his last battle. I wanted to see him fighting, regularly. That would be cool. But, and at the end of the episode, Elle, a girl was afraid of feeding a rabbit. Elle was there. Elle helped her and shared with her a little bit of the greens, and the girl was able to share. And she called the girl Tomodachi, which is friend, and she learned that because of the book Mashiro wrote. So she is taking inspirations from the cures. And this is the message of the episode. This is them knowing that what they're doing is right. They don't have to feed her with fancy food. They don't have to protect her with the crazier outfits. They don't have to dress her up in fancy outfits. They just have to keep on taking care of her the way they're doing. They are being the best family Elle could ever ask for. And I love this message. It was so cute. And Ageha doing the K-pop heart was also very adorable. Love that moment. Anyways, episode 25, a very sweet one. And my hero corner of the episode would have to be Minotaur saving Elle, stopping the Landborg, and telling the girls that he wants a fair fight against them. I think that was iconic. So I'm going to give that scene a boost, and it's going to be my hero corner. What was your hero corner in episode 25 from Hirogaru Sky PreCure? Anyways, babies, this is it for now. I want to take this little time to thank the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you are a member, thank you very much for your support. Thank you for standing by Magical Cinnamon. And if you've watched the channel, thank you so much as well. Please leave a comment. Let's keep talking about episode 25 from Hirogaru Sky. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.